Hey guys, it's JFCMsnakes here, and today I will be doing a video on sealing vivariums. In this video I will show you how to get your vivarium ready for sealing and the correct way to do it. Everything in this video I do is completely subjective, meaning that you can do it any way you want, but this is just the way I do it. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I've already done a few vivs, so I've already done Rug and Lee, and basically if you don't know what sealing does, sealing is basically applying, it's silicone, and it goes around the joints of your viv, and it stops water getting into all the crooks and you know, the cracks in your viv where you've put it together, and stops the wood from bowing when water gets into it and is absorbed through the wood. So I'm going to show you how to do it, but first off I'll just finish clearing out the rest of the mess in Arya's viv, and then I'll show you how to seal it. Okay, so before I can get into actually sealing the viv, I've got to clear out the rest of the mess and the loose substrate. So I'm just going to clear this out, and then we can get straight in to cleaning out the viv. Okay, so a quick tip is when you get like this dusty thing on the bottom of your enclosure and you find it hard to get out with a dustpan and brush, a good technique is to get either some water, or in this case disinfectant, and spray it straight on top. And usually in tubs I will spray it out when all this is out, but that actually helps to get this out, as the moisture helps all the dust and the sawdust and things like this to actually stick to the paper. So now when I go over it, it's actually sticking to the paper, meaning that it's going to come out a lot easier. And I just thought I'd share this little quick tip with you just before we get into sealing the viv. Okay, now your enclosure is all cleaned out, you are ready to start sealing. Things you will need to start sealing is a dampened paper towel and a sealant, and one of these that I just refer to as a gun. I don't actually know the name for them, but they just kind of resemble a gun with a trigger, so I just call them a gun. You might not know what I'll try and leave a description in the description. So the sealant that I'm using is HA6 RTV silicone and adhesive. This is really good for fish tanks, vivarium, stuff like this. And not many people know this, but this is actually non-toxic to animals. However, it takes about an hour to dry. However, in the time period after that, it still leaves very strong toxins in the air that can damage your lungs. So that's why after putting this in your vivarium, you do want to keep your snake or any animal out of it for about 12 hours. Even though it dries after about an hour, the toxins still need to air out for about another 10 hours. So that's why Rug's cage was sealed yesterday, but he's still out of it over there. There he is. So he's still not in there yet, but yeah, we'll get straight into this now. Okay, so this joint here is the first one that I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you the way I do it. Okay, so as you can see here, this is quite loose on the end here, so I'm just going to pull the trigger until, and you can hear it clanking, show you, and all the way up until I first see some things coming out the end of the nozzle, which it's not really in focus at the moment. If I can get it to focus. There's something around there, but I'm just going to keep going until I see something start coming out the end. There we go. First something has started coming out the end. So I'm now going to click this little release at the end, and I'm just going to wipe this on there. So now I know that the sealant is right at the end of the tube, and I'm ready to start sealing. So the first thing I'm going to do is put it right to the very back corner, and then just with a nice firm grip, I'm just going to start squeezing all the way along. Okay, and then when you're done, you're going to click the little release at the back. Okay, and now you've hit release. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and wet your finger on this, and then just make sure that it's all ran into the thing with your finger. So I'm ensuring that that gap there is nice and tight, and all the sealant is pushed into the gap. Now you proceed on to the next joint. Okay, so now I'm just going to go up at the back here and just slowly bring it down all the way to the bottom. Doesn't matter if there's slight gaps in it, because that's where your finger comes in, just to smudge it in all along the groove and then up there. So now all along here and all along there are now completely sealed. We'll move on to the next seal. Okay, so I've now done this groove. All I have left now is the roof, and then we're done. So we'll now get onto the roof. Okay, so this bit here is probably the most difficult bit of the entire sealing process. So what I'm going to do is the same as before. Just a nice thick squeeze, making sure there's a little bit of sealant coming out, and then right along there. There we go. Carrying on. Okay, now that's done. And then once again we just take our finger, smudge it all in. Oh. Okay guys, so now I've finished sealing all of Arya's Viv, and that will conclude this video. I know it's a quick video, however this one was filmed in advance, so I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like and subscribe. We're currently on around 325 subscribers, so if we could get to 450 soon, that would be absolutely amazing. But all I've got left now to do is just Coco's Viv up there, and then all the Vivs are sealed, meaning that I can spray them as much as I like and not have to worry about them getting damaged. But I'll see you next week. It's been JFCMsnakes.